Okay. Okay, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's stream. Let's connect to Twitch. Let's connect to Twitch, guys, and let's see what's going on Twitch, because sometimes you need to sometimes you need to see if Twitch is actually working as well. I think everything is working. I think all is good. Live. Good. Let's press it on live. Let's press it on live. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hello, Exol, my friend. Welcome here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is not that early for me. This is 9 a.m. and this is my work. This is actually more than half of my work. Yeah, even more than half of my work. So this is my work, my channel. It's weird. I was live at 6 a.m. like a week ago, and no one said any of this. People didn't have any of these comments. Yeah, welcome to the stream. It is early, but you know, it is early. So WASD is not added. It's the PBE. So I want to test it in the PBE. PBE WASD. But there's a huge problem with the, as you can see, with the queue times. So, you know. I need to remove the spoon from my mug. I need to remove the spoon from my mug. You know, if someone is down to play a little bit 1v1 with WASD, we can do that in the training tool, because I feel like I won't get any queues up, because yesterday I went to 40 minutes on this, or day before, and I realized it's not gonna work. I realized it's not gonna work. So welcome, 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 Scorpion, Harness, Atlas, Andrew. Hello, my friends. I did try WASD for like 5 minutes one day, but it wasn't in a real game. It was more in a just a training tool. So tea for breakfast. No, my friend. I just put a spoon into my coffee for some reason. No tea, just coffee, just caffeine. Just blasting me with those. What are those? Adenosines or something? I don't know. A long time ago I watched a video and there was something about adenosine and something. So just caffeine molecules doing something. Yes, it's optional. Yeah, my friend. Don't you worry. It's not going to be mandatory. Come on. That would be absolutely insane. I guess I just have to go in and show it to you. If someone wants to friend me, it's Buckthorn something. Tagline. I don't even know the thing. Where can I see the tagline? In any case, yeah, you can maybe. Okay, I need to show you the tagline. Does the tagline exist in PBE even? I know the server is in Chicago. That's why my ping is so bad. PBE, yeah. Hashtag PBE. Buckthorn. Hashtag PBE. If you want to have somebody to practice the WASD with. If no, fine. I'm gonna add a bot. Lilia, that's not a bot I want. Lysandra. Morgana, Nasa, Shivana. I'll take Vex. Intermediate, okay. Intro, beginner. Top lane, jungle. Oh, you can choose it. I didn't know. I didn't know that. So I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper than I did last time when I tried WASD, and I'll see if it works for me or not. I would flip out if they forced me to use WASD as GP. WASD. WASD. I think I'm gonna say WASD. I'm not gonna use WASD. Maybe if somebody sort of proves to me, makes the case, then I will listen. Because I'm a very good person to make a case too. Because I usually listen very, very carefully, and I try to keep my tribalism and ego out of it. So, we'll see. Now, WASD isn't even the most exciting part of the next patch. The most exciting part of the next patch is the door and blade. Hello, bro. How are you? I'm very well. The problem... Okay, so the WASD is happening. Okay, let's take this. Okay, so left shift is my wall. E is E. Okay. E is E. Can you see my screen, by the way? Oh, yes, you can. For some reason, it closes. Oh, you know why it closes? Because it's not borderless. When I stream, I usually have to have borderless. I haven't played in a while after Back to Nerfs. I was playing Yorick jungle. Yeah, you have to play now because Yorick is the macro lord. Yorick is the macro lord. So, the first thing that I noticed is this. Apparently this was already here, I just didn't know about it. So I do the WASD, right? You might see me do this a lot more than I used to, that when I used to do the communication thing. Where do we have it? Communication, and I think it was either dance? I think it was dance, yeah. Yeah, okay, space is apparently ghost for some reason. So I used to do this, and if I'm gonna play a WASD, you're probably gonna see me do this. You know, an immediate faker. Because you always see this in professional play, right? And, but there are some problems, right? Because now this Vex is a bot. Oh, I just wanted to quickly mention, your mouse sort of follows like this, you see? It kind of... Okay, how do I hit? Okay, it's fine, you just... Yeah, you just right click. Okay, fine. What is she doing? Ooh, okay. Just... Okay, how do I click on her? It's, I'm trying to understand what's different about this. Okay, I press E. It's fine. It's interesting. It is weird. It is weird. But now the question is, okay, it's a little bit weird. I'm gonna, obviously it's weird. I mean, obviously it's gonna be weird. I understand that. But let's say I want to have, because the big thing that I would use WASD for is I would try to dodge, correct? Smash? Oh man, this is so weird. It's so weird to do this. Okay, hit the minion for some reason. Actually, this is enough of a resistance for me. Man, how do I Q? How do I Q the minions? So I click probably. Okay. So I probably click on them and then I have to have Q on and then I go and click, right? Man, it's okay. This might be the learning curve thing. But okay. Man, this is so much slower than the usual one. This is so much slower. I do like this thing where you move your mouse around and it kind of sort of makes you look around like that, right? I do like this one. But the only reason I personally as Yorick would use this is if I wanted to dodge some skill shots or something, right? Ooh, can I? How am I supposed to click on the... Okay. How am I supposed to click on the tower here? to dodge abilities. Okay, so let's see how chasing works. Where are the... Okay. What? Okay. I don't get it. This looks painful. It is painful, but you have to remember that... I don't understand. I was under the impression that I will be able to sort of chase and chase left shift. Right? That I will be able to kind of hold my buttons, and then he's gonna just hit. And I don't understand why is it not happening. Let me read the chat. More of an ADC tool, I would say. PB, so testing the server. Okay. You know what? Again, I have to remember there's a learning curve, but let me tell you something that I immediately realized. Let's say I'm on this side, right? And Vex wants to poke me. So for me to do this type of a dodge, like this top left at bottom right dodge, I basically have to click on 2 buttons on my screen. Not my screen, but keyboard. And that is not easy. This one is easy, right? This one is easy because if I want to sort of try to dodge from Vex like this, I can do this and then... Okay, she hits everything, you know. But you can imagine that it would be faster to do this. But that's only left and right, and I can't be dodging towards her. I have to do this. And this is way harder, because if you can imagine, I have to press A and W and S and D at the same time. And that's no good, because where's the dodging power in that? Okay, so what if I want to just perfectly... I still have to stop. Okay. No, it doesn't look like Yorick is going to have any fun with this. This is... It looks like it's a minus. I was under the impression it's just going to make you a better player, but apparently it's really an ADC thing. Let me read the chat. No finer movements as well. I thought that the only problem is going to be the fact that you can't walk around, for example, this edge, right? For example, if I want to walk around this, look at this. That's insane. If I want to go here, imagine I go like this, now I'm holding down, and then I'd hold left, and he goes here. That's insane, man. I was kind of excited about this before I tried it. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. I think my biggest deal breaker, I would go through the learning curve, but my biggest deal breaker is the fact that this dodging isn't even fast. Because there's no amount of training that is gonna make me press the S and D buttons at the same time faster, and A and W buttons at the same time faster than just clicking with the mouse like this. That's just, you know, I think you can do this and just see, right? This is going to be always faster than the other thing. It just doesn't seem like it can be faster. Yeah, that's a deal breaker, man, because I can't be dodging just in a horizontal line from my screen. What is that? What is that, guys? I can't be doing that. If you could maybe toggle this at certain times, maybe then, I don't know. By the way, where is the setting where you can have the dynamic camera control? Is that a setting for non-WASD? We need joystick controls. Only useful if you're ranged, so you can move and shoot it. Yeah, but I don't even see. So I move. Let's say I do the WASD again, right? So where is it? Where can I move and shoot at the same time? Do I need to click on her? Because I should be able to do the same thing, right? It's the same kiting situation for melee. It's just way, way, way closer. So I have to click on Vex, I guess. So how do I not hit her? Because he automatically hits her, it looks like. Okay. Okay, you have to maybe click on the champion and then it's gonna hit that. Okay, okay, that's what it is, I think. Okay, he moves. Oh, that's attack move? What's going on here? It might be a potential to shift up and down for degrees. Oh, to match the lane orientation, maybe. But still, it's incredibly predictable, isn't it? Because there's no one... Again, I hope you understand. Does that make any sense to what I'm saying? That this movement is like 10 times easier than this one. This is just not easy because it's 2 buttons at the same time. And this one is also pretty easy, but a little bit more awkward than this one. Okay, so you click on with the left mouse. Oh, he actually... Okay. Okay, so I click on Vex, then I move. Man, I thought that he's gonna automatically stop. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna have value for Yorick at all. I don't think it's gonna have value for Yorick at all. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, you know, it's fine. I'm excited about this change, the life-draining change. Does anyone know about the camera movement? The dynamic camera movement. Maybe it's not possible on the non-WASD. Scout ahead mode toggle. Oh, scout ahead mode toggle. That's the thing I'm interested. Oh, it's not. Is it really not possible for the regular one? Because that's the thing I like about this. When I first saw this, I thought, oh wow, it feels natural. Look at this. It kind of scouts ahead, right? I like it. I like this one. But yeah, I don't see really much value for Yorick here. Yeah, what's the Doran's change? The Doran's change is simple. It goes from 3% to 2.5, but it's from everything, which means that Maiden and Ghouls also do it, which is kind of big, you know. All Titanic, Hydra procs, all of that jazz is gonna do that. So I think that I will play this for a while to see if it's better, because I think that apart from level 1 or maybe 2 or 3, it's definitely gonna be better. Yeah. Omnivamp, yeah. 3 to 2.5, because everything, you know, Ghouls, Maiden, Q, I guess, although Q probably was already that. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this Doran's Blade change. Unfortunately, I can't play any games because there's a very, very, very big waiting time here. Let's see, maybe Swift Play is... there's some potential in Swift Play. Yeah. I'm really excited about the Doran's Blade, because I'm definitely gonna get that one. PVE is for TFT. How are you anyways? Okay, let me show you something that I realized this morning. So I made the game yesterday. I finished it. I took in a bunch of your, suggestions. So it was late at night. It was something like 9 p.m. and I posted the, it's the test server. This is the test server, yeah. So I made the game, and what I did was I posted it on one of the indie subreddits, which is a subreddit where I post my games usually, right? And I went to sleep, and this morning I woke up and I thought, only a couple of comments that I saw in my notifications. So I thought, whatever, the post didn't perform well. It happens very often, it doesn't, it's not the, it's nothing crazy, right? It's nothing crazy. But then I noticed that, hey, 234, it's not like the most viral post, but it's pretty good. For the small post like this, which is like a new thing, it's a good number. And then I noticed this little thing right here, okay? I noticed this little thing right here. Sorry, this post was removed by the moderators of Indie Dev. And then I go through the comments and I see a certain LA streamer needs to play this on stream. Okay, fine. Nice. I like it. This is a good comment. Why can't I collapse it? I don't know. I lolled. Nice. I like it. Both I like. You're just like Luffy. I don't know what that is, but I'll like it. Actually, no, I won't like it. So this guy immediately complains, is this really it, Indie Dev? Is this what we are doing? Is it? But wait for it. Brax, I will have a satisfying ending to this, okay? Is this really it, Indie Dev? Is this what we are doing? Okay? Fine. This guy was whining. Fine. Then there was this guy who says, context for anyone who's like, what is in this? It is the dumbest drama I've seen in months. And on this link, there it's just you've been lied to, the guy thing by Hassan. Okay, fine. Another one that has been downvoted into the oblivion. The fact that all people have the fact that all people have on Hassan is the speculation about the dog collar is telling. Minus 53. Okay? You know the image where the guy is just crawled up and very dried out, and it's the minus. This is the comment that he looks like. This is what he looks like. The thing that's dried out. I'm a leftist, and the collar situation looks pretty clear to me. There are enough people on the left to be to like. Yes, this guy wrong. Let's see next one. Truly insane how far misinformation spreads and people just roll with it. Big mad. Okay. Misinformation, lol. Keep in mind, minus 32 and minus 53. And at the same time, this has been removed, which means it's sort of like a civil war situation where people of this subreddit approve this, but the mods don't approve it. Now, you might be thinking, hey man, it's probably against the guidelines or something. It's probably, political or whatever. It's not political. Look at this. What's political about this? Tell me what's political about this. Technically, nothing. Am I acting like a baby? That was a suggestion from stream yesterday. So let me make my last point, okay? So you might be thinking, oh, it's against the guidelines. It's against the guidelines because it's like a meme, troll post, something like that. Because very often they will remove posts for low effort, right? This is not low effort. I spend a good chunk of my day, okay? So they will remove for low effort. Now, and sometimes it happens that you can't prove that they have a bias, right? You can't prove that they have a bias because they always have a reason. And they didn't give me a reason. They simply removed it. And usually there's a notification here, and it shows you something like, oh, it was removed because of this and blah blah blah. Now, let's do the benefit of the doubt. Let me quickly check how big is the queue. Let's give up the benefit of the doubt, and let's say that this actually did break some kind of some kind of a rule, right? Let's say it did break. Okay. I don't have this sound effect prepared here for no reason, okay? It's not here for no reason, okay? Because let's check out this post 2 months ago, okay? This is also a game I'm working on. It's on Steam, whatever, right? You can go check it out. This is not an ad for that game, but it's very, very important. I dug through my posts and I found a post exactly on the same subreddit. It's also a quote-unquote low-effort type post, political, you know, because if you zoom in on this screen, you can see what exactly is going on there, right? You can immediately understand, oh, you know, I know what this is about. This is about a prison guard who's supposed to watch a screen. And if you look away, you lose because bad things happen. This wasn't removed. And a lot of my my other posts that were about this particular game were not removed. So the question has to be asked, is there something that is about this game that they do not like, and there is something about this game that they do like? And from my perspective, you know, me as a person, right? I'm just making a game about a situation. I look at the situation, you know, this Epstein situation, and I was thinking, oh, I got this idea, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna make the game. And I kind of thought it's a little bit funny, you know, so I wanted to make a game. And this is exactly the same thing. I just looked at the situation and I thought, okay, I want to make a game. But it is clear that there's a different treatment, because they should have removed both of the games, right? Because this game is, again, as I'm repeating myself, this game is also kind of like memey and low effort, right? But there's something about like the political leanings of each game, right? On this one, they become big mad because, I don't know, maybe the mods, you know, like a certain streamer. But on this game, they might think, oh, this is actually kind of making fun of the side that of the side that I don't like. So we're gonna leave this up. So people very, very often say that there is a bias in the Reddit mods community, Reddit mod community, but it is impossible to prove. And of course, this is not concrete proof. But I think that any sort of yeah, this is not, we are not going to get any kind of like crazy proof about the mod bias on Reddit. But I think any person who's kind of like looking at this situation from a cool mind, like from a cool head, like thinking, okay, I want to see what's happening here, right? I want to see what's happening here. They will clearly see that there was no reason to remove this one, and there was no reason to remove this one that wouldn't apply to this one as well, right? Let me just give myself that one. And unfortunately, you can't even sort of appeal to this. Sometimes in Reddit, you know, community posts, you can sort of appeal to this. And you can tell them, hey man, you know, for this and this reason, you're actually wrong. I didn't break any rules or whatever. But in this case, they simply removed it because they didn't like it. So my question is, why the censorship? I don't get it. I thought that we can freely make things, and even if one is a reference to a direct person who is protected, the other there is a moderate amount of ambiguity. Moderate amount of ambiguity. I don't know which one is the one, which one is which. I honestly, I honestly don't see it. Because this one, we all know who is their shock master. Man, I feel like this queue is gonna be way too long. I have to. I don't think I'll be able to play any games on this PBE. I don't understand. By the way, I don't know. Moderate amount of ambiguity, really? Maybe they just don't want to deal with the fight in the comments. I think that's a very charitable way of looking at it. I think it's super clear that there are some posts that I imagine that in Reddit mod communities there's just this there's enough of a gray area for each mod where they can just sort of alone decide what is and is not bannable. And that's exactly what they do. Man, I can't do it. I have to relog into the other one. Because I did spend a lot of time yesterday morning on this. And I didn't even get one game. I thought that people want to test WASD. No? What's going on there? Maybe they just don't want to deal with the fight in the comments. There's definitely... Man, it's so hard to see. It's so hard to see... take some volunteers from the crowd. I don't know. We would have to have 9. We would have to get 9 people for this to go. Can you play the full video for the game? Which one? This one? If that were the case, they would just lock comments and leave it up. How can I play it? It's still in development, my friend. You can wishlist it on Steam. Long story short, my friend, those who joined just now, they did remove this post for no reason. But they didn't remove this post for no reason. And I see clearly that it depends, on the mods. If the mod is biased to one side or the mod is not biased to one other side, because it's pretty clear that people who would be offended by this game are very often a different group of people who would be offended by this game. And the fact that this post was removed without a reason and this one wasn't, I don't know, to my mind it says what the Reddit mods are like. And the other point which is kind of interesting is that they have kind of a civil war, because the people did like it. The people did like it. They upvoted it. The biggest comment is about the certain LA streamer, and I can't do that, Brax. I'd propose there's no bias to be had in favor of Epstein of all people. Yes, true. I understand that. But if you dig a little bit deeper in the sort of the way the people think, I have to relog, my friends. I'll just relog real quick. Well, okay, this is my opinion, right? I don't know. But I think that the way people think is they sometimes think, okay, so which one of the stories do we want to bury, kind of? And I think that there's a certain group of people who want to bury the Epstein story because they think that it's hurting one of the sides. And there's a certain amount of people who want to bury the this shock collar story because it hurts, another side. I know the examples are not like the perfect, as you said, the JD Vance meme. Actually, I have to change the WASD because I did not. I can't be playing any WASD. I can't be playing any WASD. I won't be playing any WASD. Because it's kind of impossible this morning. Let me just real quick jump into this. It's still on PBE only, yeah. It would be nice if mods were actually impartial. A certain group we all know who's trying to bury the Epstein story. The ones who want to bury the Epstein story don't know who Reddit is. No, I'm not talking about the big guys at the top. I'm talking about like normal people, let's just say. Because there is, I know that Epstein story is kind of like a story which there's a lot of overlap between groups, right? There's a lot of overlap between groups on the Epstein story. So it's kind of a unique situation. I'm just gonna go with one of the OGs, Yorick do PvE. Redo the game, but replace the dog with JD Vance meme face and see what happens. No, they definitely will not remove it, I think. But yeah, again, this is kind of like this is one of those hard to prove situations. Never seen such people. Well, I don't know. I have this friend who's like very religiously for Trump, and he, I think, still kind of believes the Epstein story. He understands there's a problem, but he sort of kind of wants to kind of like, let's move on, something like that. You sort of want to kind of move on. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna ban Kale. Actually, gonna ban Kale. No, I have to change it. Yorick PvE and / Reddit removed my game. Good morning, Brandon. Welcome. It's just sad that some people just get led on so easily. No critical thinking on their own. Hello, Nanya Bizbish. Hello, my friend. Love your videos. I am glad, my friend. Any other ideas for any other subreddits where I could post the link? Where it should, won't be removed? Can we have some channel points redeems? You mean like something that happens when you redeem them? Sadly, there's some surprisingly amount of people who there's no critical thinking being used. Let me just click around here for a second to like Baldric at 5k points. Sadly, there's a surprisingly amount of people who will say no critical thinking being used and just repeat that from someone else. They're assuming they're just correct or repeating what someone else said. That's like in the inception of non-critical thinking. Seems like it would risk a ban or suspension. No. Reddit doesn't work that way. You can get banned from a subreddit which doesn't... I've done this a lot. I've had my posts removed a lot, which it doesn't, it's cool. They're not gonna ban me. I think the main thing is you have to find a place to post it. But if I posted it again in the same subreddit, I think I would get banned. I would risk, definitely. I would definitely risk getting banned. Hi, I started grouping a lot lately with your build and it still works. You mean the one where you build this and then you just go for this? Do you mean that one? That's not the spirit of Yorick. I do understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. Bum, 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 bum. One thing I kind of am afraid of a little bit is because, and this is not my fault, okay? Yes, on the one of the first videos when I decided to do the Ghost Blade thing, I thought, oh, okay, the shock collar, it would be funny to call it the shock collar, but when I started doing the Maiden, releasing Maiden here, I didn't really consciously made the decision to say that, oh, Maiden place. It just kind of, you know, it wasn't really that conscious is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like if I end up using this strategy a lot, it's always going to be the Maiden place strategy. I'm not going to get away from that. But, you know, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. It's always going to be a Maiden place strategy. Yeah, my WASD tests were very brief and I think conclusive. If they do, I don't see how they can change it so it works. I really don't see how they can change it so it's worth. That's a huge deal breaker. Like the 4 sides that you can only use. No, 8 sides. That's so predictable, isn't it? That's so predictable. Did you watch my video? Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was a nice escape plus I kill. I do, if I remember correctly, you killed one of them, right? And then escaped. That was a true Yorick run. If I remember correctly, you were like incredibly low on like just so low that I was amazed that you survived. 3 HP. Yeah. You know, people say a lot of stuff about League of Legends, you know, being bad and this and that. And at the end of the day, it is a quite fun game, you know. There's a lot of close moments, a lot of excitement, a lot of stuff. Okay. I can fight this guy. Do you know why? Do you know why I can fight this guy? Because jungler is nowhere near. That's the story of Yorick, by the way. I think Yorick might be forgive me. No, correct me if I'm wrong. But Yorick is the most gankable champion of all time. Because even if you fail, you still gank the Maiden and you get 50. Didn't know Yorick players were chill like this. Yeah. To be fair, we are not. All of the Yorick players that I've met, and I don't think I've ever met a Yorick player who wasn't typing, honestly. I used to play PBE a lot, and there were a lot of Yorick players there because they were playing about, you know, they were trying all the changes and stuff. And let me tell you, they all typed. It's not easy playing Yorick because you kind of rely on having you rely on having team use the pressure that you do, and if they don't, there's gonna be the double whammy. You're gonna be tilted that they're not using the pressure. Oh man, look at that flash. Sorry, man. This might be the worst flash I've seen a Malphite do ever. That was a flash, Nocturne. That was definitely a flash. The wall placement was great, by the way, but it was semi-intentional. But yeah, it blocked a lot. There's a lot that goes, by the way, into wall placement because it's not that simple. It's not only like oh, you place the wall and you get him in the circle, right? Um, it's a lot more, in my opinion, about blocking as much terrain as you can in the most efficient way as you can. That slow is pretty, you know, it's pretty cool for him. Smacked him, at least. That E wouldn't have done anything anyway. So I shouldn't have probably even tried to. He does have his R, so he could, you know, do something here. Gotta be a little bit careful. Proxy or take these? I'll take these. I'll take these nuts. And then I'll just do it on the next one. Then I'll just do it on the next one. Do they get the? Oh man, they will not. This is a little bit... Yeah, you can't proxy every time. Did they really remove the game? There was no reason. I personally think it's just Reddit bias. That's it. It's not like they removed it from the internet, of course. They just removed it from Reddit, which is... Okay, little guys. Come on. Don't hit him so much. Okay, there we go. You have to watch the family. That's just incredible. That's absolutely incredible that you have to do that. Just one of those things about Yorick. Oh, Maiden. Maiden. Place. I won't release her now because she's way too low. I think I have like 15 seconds and then I have to leave. I don't know. I think they could get me. I have to be really quick here. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Maiden is just proxying like a Chad. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Just barely. Just barely escaping that. Look at this macro. This is why you should play Yorick. I even have vision of this. That's that woo sound effect. Oh man, I even have vision of this and she hasn't noticed yet. I do suggest you play Yorick. That was almost a perfect proxy just because it was before the grubs. Right before grubs. Child being a rascal, yeah. Reddit is very biased. Yes, Reddit is very biased. It just, you know what, but again, the post, if you scroll back to my video, you will see me going over that stuff, but one of the things that really stands out to me is the fact that people liked it. People liked the meme, they liked the game idea, they liked the idea, but the mods removed it, which has been one of my problems a lot with Reddit. It happens so much. When I post my games, which are not political or anything, I post them on League of Legends subreddit. Very, very often they go a long way. People like them, they you know, upvote them and stuff. And mods just remove the posts. Today is gonna be not as long of a stream, by the way. This is going to be maximum 2 hours. The wife actually, my wife, it's her birthday. So we're going to go on I'm gonna have a very short working day for me. Just a short day. Do you have mods yet? Oh, I do not. Brax, I can give you the mod for... If you are willing to accept, of course. I can give you the mod for Twitch. Again, if you are willing, you know, because it's a, you know, you have to. There's a little bit of... It's you know, just... I trust you enough that I would give it to you, because last time when there was the troll, you said, "Oh, give me the mod and I'll ban him," and I kind of trusted you with that. It didn't give you the mod, you know, but just in case if that happens again, I think I would take you up on that offer, because it would be faster. Oh man, look at this guy. Oh, there she is. Can I fight her 1v1, I wonder? She must have, nah, she doesn't. Or does she? Action 2 in on the action here. Opinion about Romania, man. What the kind of a question is that? It's not the first time someone asks me that. Fine country, no opinion really. Unfortunately, the only thing I know about it is that the bald guy was from there. No, he was in a prison there. I am happy about the Yorick rework, by the way, because of all the macro choices he can do. All the macro stuff that he can do. Can I smack this? Oh, he's waiting for it. He was waiting for the family to you know, to give up on me. I tell you that much. He was waiting for it. Let me tell you guys. Do you have kids? No. Opinions on opinions. You know, I do have opinions on opinions. I actually think that when I was younger, people used to say, have an opinion, you know, so have an opinion. And a lot of the times it's okay. It really is a thing where people are too afraid to have opinions, and then you can get kind of annoyed because people don't want to give their opinion to you. Yes, but a lot of the times, calm down. Let the person be in the middle a little bit. Let them be in the middle a little bit. He says report Morgana for what? She was trying to gank. I like this Nocturne. I wonder if Action is gonna... Nah, he's not. I think Morgana's coming. No, man. I entered the same way that I did yesterday, by the way. I kinda knew that they're here. I still went for it. My bad. Sorry. Sorry. Having a nuanced opinion is much better than having an opinion. Opinion about Nigeria. Actually, no opinion. So, yeah, sometimes just let people not have an opinion. Let them be in the middle. Let them be in the middle. Why isn't there the sound of this First Blood turret anymore? Where is it? You have, you know, if you're gonna do proxy Yorick, you have to be hyper aware about the blue buff or the red buff if you're on the other side. Because if you die like this, you know, one time, okay, fine, you can die one time. But if you will die more, yeah. Is Nocturne coming or what? I don't want to fight that guy. He's too strong. Without Maiden, it's not really possible. Yeah, you have to be very careful of those ganks. Let people be undecided. You know what's... When people say I'm undecided, sometimes I sort of imagine you could get annoyed and think, oh, you're undecided, you're useless. No. When the election comes, those guys go to vote too. So if you're undecided, you are actually the most valuable part of the vote, because you not the most valuable in the sense because, you know, obviously everybody gets a vote, but in the politician's eyes, you are the most valuable because you are the only one who can actually be swayed. Okay. Emilio, for some reason, having the empowered recall. It's all good. Man, did you see that? Just blasted her away. Yeah, she's gonna... She mad, man. Look at that. You're gonna be blue balled. Don't even try that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Shock collar. That was perfect. It's almost as if I had an imaginary, you know, an imaginary remote here that I pressed, and she just listened to me. Right? But it's possible to not have an... I mean, if most people really have an opinion regarding it, they just want to share with the rest of the world, and that's completely fine. I do agree that usually people have an opinion anyway, but I'm talking about like a situation where you... I guess I should say not have a concrete opinion, like a really like, oh man, I'm just saying this. Because most things are like that. There's a reason why the biggest debates are debates, you know? All of the biggest ones about, I don't know, abortion debate comes to mind, gun debate comes to mind. There's a reason why those are big debates, because there's no clear, there's no clear line there. And when people say to me, no, man, it's clear what the answer is, it's immediately clear to me that, oh, we will probably not be able to talk freely, probably. Releasing her because he's going there. Can I take this? I don't know. He's somewhere here. Oh, he was actually way faster. He was way faster. Well, it is what it is. Use TP. I really hope we don't lose the game because of that. Ooh, almost. Sometimes people just haven't thought about an issue enough. You know, I still tend to agree with the person who said that you still have an opinion even if you haven't thought about it. I think that human brain always has an opinion, even if it doesn't have information. But that opinion is so bad that you probably are better just saying, hey man, you know, my opinion is whatever. I have like a first impression opinion of this. But I probably don't even want to, you know, kind of mention it. Okay. I probably kind of don't even want to mention it. Because it's almost useless if you haven't thought enough about it, you know? I'm going to leave these guys to push and go mid. Because there's Arakan coming up, okay? And Malphite doesn't have TP, which means that they're going to be outnumbered. We have a problem with Malphite having a lot of armor. Interesting. Are they really gonna let me take the Nexus? He says end. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for letting me end. Why are they letting me end? Malphite feels like my grandma. He, you know, as I was going for the window, very often I was going for the window to close it, and my grandma would say, "Hey, close the window. Close the window, son. Close the window, son." That's what they get. That's what you have to do as Yorick, because they cannot continue. You can't allow them to think, "Oh, no, no, no." It's like whatever minute it was in the game, they think, "No, no, no, he can't end." Bruh, I can. I can. It is actually scientifically proven that human brain does this thing. Okay, last game for today, okay? Look at that beautiful damage done. Last game, and then I have to go party with my wife. Okay, I need to read that. By the way, how did you make your game? The one with the shock collar, that was in JavaScript. The other one is in Unity. It is scientifically proven that the human brain does this thing. It creates a scheme with the information it has. The scheme it has a form of opinion. Oh, so, yeah. I think, you know, okay, scientifically proven, okay. It's, I just, you know, sometimes people just, I'm not saying you are, but I'm a little bit immediately when I hear that something is scientifically proven, I'm you know, those are just words. No offense, you know, just that's, but this is, you know, I'm kind of arguing against you, even though I do agree with this. That is my sort of impression, that a human brain cannot not have an opinion. I feel like. But again, yeah, it is pretty bad when it's very, very low. Sure, I'll take the mod. Any specific, you know, go or message on the Discord. You know, I just thought that I don't want this to be like you have a job or something to do something. I just thought, since you are here on my streams often, and I might as well just give it to you. I trust you, and you know, you'll be able to time out people who are bad. But I will message you on Discord. Yes, +1 chip. How many Yorick points? I don't know. I don't get why people care about the Yorick points. I don't think the points matter. But you know. Hello, boss. Please help me find what to do versus one Darius, Vayne, Fant, Gangplank. So Darius is really dangerous first levels. You have to wait for level 6 and poke him down. And you have to try to poke him down anyway. Vayne is almost impossible to win, I think. Vayne, the problem with Vayne is that you have to hit your E and you have to hit your W. If you miss any of them, she wins the 1v1. So I would say you could cheese and go for Edge of the Night, because what Edge of the Night does is she has to use one of her big abilities. There's no way for her to trigger the shield without using her big ability, which is like the knockback, right? Pantheon can't win. Again, wait for level 6 and poke. Gangplank, super easy. Just, I don't know, avoid his barrels. But Gangplank is way easier, way easier than any of those other choices you gave. Current studies suggest yes. Yes, I know people misuse that, but in case they are peer-reviewed studies, I'm not, you know. Excuse me for going into that. I just sometimes when I read the scientifically proven, I think. Now, I am a very sciencey guy. Okay, I'm not religious at all. But let me tell you something funny that I noticed in COVID. Do you know in older days, and again, as I'm going to say this, please remember, I'm not religious and I am not anti-science. I'm a really like thinking person usually, 99% of the times. I leave 1% for just kind of jokes and dumb stuff. But I noticed in COVID that there was this thing where you couldn't say anything except when the science guy comes out and says it. And he says it, and it's like the word. And I understand, maybe that's the only way we can structure the society. I understand that. I just want to point out like a very big similarity to the way it was a long time ago when there was a village. In Latvia, for example, we have these villages around, and I think everywhere it's this way. And there's the church, right? And the church guy, there's only the church guy, right? And people can sort of gather around in this big room, and they sort of sit in this big room, and they can have opinions, but then the church guy comes out, and then he says the thing, and everybody listens. And when people say to him, hey man, so is it really that way? It doesn't seem, they argue. Then he goes back into his little room, he prays or whatever, he gets the revelation, then he comes back and says, God told me that this and this is like this. And then the people have to listen because the God told them. And it's, again, I do respect science. I understand that the scientific thing, that's the way we learn, and I understand that we learn that way. It's just there's a very, very similar vibe there that the science told me. And if you go by like the scientific method, of course the scientific method is a lot better than, oh, I had a revelation. But when you have like this dynamic between the people just looking at the guy, and the guy goes back in his room and says, the science told me, or the God told me, it's exactly the same dynamic with exactly the same problem of, the people, they have no idea what's going on. But that's just, again, I understand that maybe that's the best we have. Maybe that's the best we have. I kind of find that a little funny how very, 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 very similar that is. And again, I also think that the explosion theory, the Big Bang theory, it's a good theory. I like it. But the dark matter thing. No, the both, I think. They are very similar to God. They just kind of, we don't have an explanation, so there must have been something like that. And it's almost the same thing as saying, we don't have an explanation, so there must have been this thing. The dark matter is exactly the same thing. You know the thing about the dark matter in the universe, right? That, we have this extra gravity and stuff, and we can't explain it, so there must be some kind of dark matter, which is basically saying, there must be a God or something. Enough of that. Enough of that rant. If you think about it, the opinion forms while you gather information for question itself. So you could say that one time wasn't even there. Yeah, I guess. Would blood metal make sense if you second lethality item? Maybe. Yes. Maybe you're right, actually. Huh. Maybe you're right. I haven't really thought about it because Hydra and Titan... Oh man, I can't play jungle. I can't play jungle, man. Can I mid or top, please? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I should try it, and I should see if, because again, Titanic Hydra and Hullbreaker have one of the most health, biggest health pools in the whole thing. In the whole League of Legends item thing. Yorick question, Oh no, I said so much that there are a lot of opinions around. I'll read all of them, don't you worry. I haven't had time now. I have time now, guys. Please tell me it's not 30 minutes. Please tell me it's not 30 minutes. Oh, nice. Do you think the current Yorick still has the most power on himself? Or we kind of went back to power on minions, sort of. I think that if you go by the way I play when I release Maiden and go to these proxy and all kinds of stuff like that, I think he is still the minion mancer if you do it that way. If you play him with Trinity Force, yeah, all power is himself and is inside in himself. Varo's comment, what is that about? Not religious, understandable. That was about communication with other science. Also, science are well, they can be wrong. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm just pointing to the kind of like the dynamic of none of you know, and you almost can't question it. No, it was actually literally like that. You couldn't question it. The only time you could question it was when sort of kind of like a competing science, competes, and I get it. I think it's much better than the religious example, but it's still a little bit like that. Like when the rapture thing happened, I had a good laugh at that. Recently, there was something about a rapture, right? COVID era was very sketchy. I still don't understand. Did it come from a lab or not? Did it come from a lab or not? Because I remember very vividly people like laughing at you for being a dumb idiot or something, just suggesting that, hey, why not? It seems fine. It could be. If one believes the scientific method, then the science can never really be settled. Yeah. People very often say, oh, the science is proved. I guess that's what rubbed me the wrong way about the start of your comment, was that I kind of felt like it's never proven, really. It's never really settled. It's as you said with your comment, you said that from what we know now, this is the most likely thing. I like language like that much better. And Trump, that's one of the things about Trump that I disagree with people about. I think Trump he understands that he's not the guy he just doesn't care. He just says stuff. He just, you can say he lies because that's what it is. Because when you say that this is true with such a forceful attitude, he lies all the time. And I have one friend who who really, really, really dislikes Trump, like to the point of I almost feel like he can't think clearly. And I remember I told him, hey man, I understand. I don't agree with a lot of what he does or whatever, but I can see that what he understands, that he's not the guy who's going to prove stuff. He's just the guy who says stuff. And that's I personally think you should always speak you should always speak like in sentences, like not saying like this is proved, but you always say from what we currently have, this is the most likely thing. But the problem is that in politics that doesn't work. People will not listen to a sentence that has 10 words if you can say this is this in 3 words. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, unfortunately. The thing is, people should look it up. I had doubts about the speed vaccines came out, trusted communications. I wonder about the vaccines now. Is anything true about the heart? Because again, from my perspective, okay, fine, let's test it out, right? But why say that it's proved that it's safe? I don't understand, And I also, again, I want to trust vaccines. I like it. I like its technology. I like to be the guy. I even am willing. Maybe this is kind of dumb, but I'm willing to be the first one to test. Okay, fine, test it on me. I kind of trust. Okay, fine. Yes, do it. But don't say that, oh, it's been proven. Brett, it's been out like 1 day. So the difference is that the science guy is happy when she... Really? Really? Have you met humans? Hello, Graves. The Varus comment was about when you talked about Vayne. Oh, Varus. I don't think you can win against them. Again, you poke. You just poke. I don't know. You remember I had a game where I just had so much... man, so many comments. I can't even read them all. I have to go through them quicker a little bit. Power and subject, methodizing the fact. Yeah, you remember the Varus game I had on stream where he killed me, and then I got a lot of health, and then he just couldn't. And maybe you just get so much health that he can't one-shot you, that's it? Maybe that... I don't know, it's hard to say. But the fact that he can just straight up shoot you and stand in place and win is insane to me. I don't know. I don't know. The power of the scientific method lies in the fact that the more you fail, the more safely you can assume it is true. Yes, agreed. I would have to think more about the comparison with the, God told me and science told me, because way too many scientists say, when they say that something is proven, I almost hear like science told me. Just the way opinions being, and sometimes weigh opinions more and can't decide due to that. Tanker lethality. Go both. Just HP lethality. There's a lot of misinformation floating around during COVID. So I get why they did the almost religious thing. I also, yeah, that's why I say that. I almost think that that's the best that we have. That's the best that we have, and it is far better than having religious. I do appreciate religion, kind of on its own when it's not in power. But yeah, I can't imagine having a guy who just says, man, God told me. And even if God told him, F him. Because that's no way to run anything. Why is there just a silent telephone just in your ear? F you, man. I remember a long time ago, like 15 years ago, there were these guys who came up to me on the street, which were the guys who usually dress up very good, and they have this book. There's usually two of them, and they told me, come here, the God is there. And I said, and I was young, and I wanted to kind of argue with them, and I said, hey guys, okay, the God is everywhere, right? And they said, yeah, it is. So, and I said, okay, so why do I have to go to your church to see him? I can see him right now, because it's everywhere. And they said, well, yeah. And I actually, I was proud, in my, I was feeling my oats. And they said, you know what? This is a good question. One of them was a good manipulator politician. He said, you're smart. This is a good question. Let's go have a discussion at our church. And I thought, man, you are gonna, you're gonna become a politician. And I said, no. I was feeling my oats. And I think it's a good argument, right? If God is everywhere, why do you have to go to your place? So F your place. Not, it's not meant as that place is bad. It's just that when he insists that you have to go only to his particular place to see God, that's where I jump out of that's when I say, stop the cab, and I run out of it. The standard model of cosmology is such thing, not 100% accurate, but there have been many failed attempts to become 99. And again, I understand that this is the best we have. I'm just saying it's funny how close the dark matter argument is to God. There must be something that created this excess of gravity. So we just imagine extra stuff. Same as we imagine God. I think it's so close. I thought that BM Bloodman will be overkill. Okay, it's gonna be Rise. Hello, Father. I just played your game, and it made me exhale through my nose. It was tougher because on a trackpad, but good job. Oh, that's probably very hard. I think it muted because animals like bats. Problem with Trump saying stuff is that people follow his words like gospel. Yeah, I understand. That is a problem. Yes, 100% agree. But at the same time, I think people just blindly don't understand that he understands what he's doing. It's kind of like the evil genius or an idiot. And when you ask people that, okay, so which is it then? And then they think, you know, it's weird. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't read all of this. I have to play the game. Dark matter can be measured. No, it cannot. No, as far as I have read, what happens is they have this excess gravity in the universe that they cannot explain, and they explain it by dark matter. It's almost the same thing as saying, oh wait, we have excess life over here on this planet which we cannot explain, or whatever, the excess existence or something, and we're going to imagine something that created it. It's exactly the same thing with dark matter, because you can measure the quote-unquote impact of God, can't you? Which one is going to be the one to catch? I think her. Okay, Scion is going... Oh man, there we go. Scion is such a good 1v1er, right? Punched him in the back. No, man, you're wrong. It's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same idea. You can't measure, as far as I understand, it's literally that. You don't measure it. You just assume that it's there because you measured some stuff that you couldn't explain. It's way more convoluted. Well, if it's way more convoluted, then I can't continue the conversation, because I can only weigh in on it if it's as simple as I remember it being. Okay. And I'm just going from what I remember seeing at some point. In some kind of I guess, you know, it wasn't a TikTok video, okay? It wasn't that bad. It was quite better. I used to listen to a lot of debates about God versus non-God. And obviously I had made up my mind that there's no God when I was younger, as young people always do. Dark matter is kind of a placeholder theory. Okay, but not really though. Oh, that wasn't needed. That wasn't necessary. Or was it? Maybe. Okay, it was close. Is it though? Because people say that dark matter exists as if it's the Bible. They say that, hey, no, it exists. No, you should have said it's a placeholder theory. It's like, oh, okay, we don't have an explanation, so... You know what's funny about dark matter? If it is the way I understand it about the placeholder thing, and there's the excess gravity, and then it's it's being explained by dark matter. It's nothing. The explanation is actually nothing. I could just say no. It's explained by the and make up another name for it. Oh man, I wasted so much mana on this. But again, I do like the dark matter. I think that it's kind of cool to assume that something like that exists. But if you read into what they actually say, what it is just you just don't. They just there's no explanation as to what that even could be. What does that even mean? It's not like it's invisible. It's not like you have the... You know how they have these... Right now they have these kind of glass shields which kind of bend light around and you can't see the object anymore. It's not like that. It's like it doesn't exist or something, you know? It's like an X. Yeah, I get it. But I've heard plenty of people, you know, kind of speak of dark matter as if it's like a thing that's a real, like a real thing. When I was younger, let me tell you, I was an asshole. I was really like debating and arguing with people all the time and saying, man, this and that, and just skip, blah, 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 blah. And then I kind of calmed down. Because the guy punched me. He actually didn't punch me, he kicked me, and then we wrestled. And that was it. We ended the debate with a wrestling. Which is, man, what if presidential debates were like that? I remember somebody suggested it. That there should be an MMA match or something. But you're wording it like it's just random guess. It isn't. People aren't throwing years of studies. I think you're thinking of something else, because the dark... It's not like people throw years at the idea of dark matter. It's just, you know... They throw money at looking for explanations. I understand that, but it's... I'm just saying that the dark matter seems to me like the idea that there's, you know, there's nothing deeper about it. It's just this is the thing that explains the gravity that we see. That's it, you know. To me, actually, and I know, I understand. I hope that you take my ranting as more or less entertainment with some thinking value, because I don't know enough. But to me, it seems like when you explain things, so there are two ways. You can say that we have to adjust the main theory to explain for this excess number that we see, which is really, really hard, because it requires like really rethinking a lot of stuff, right? Okay. And the easier solution is to kind of do the brute force thing where, oh man, I slapped him. What the F was this? The easier solution is kind of to do the brute force thing. Oh, there's something extra. And to me, forgive me, I do like the idea of dark matter. It just seems like that brute force thing where you just say, man, there's just this big extra chunk that explains it. I'm sorry, you know, that's the best we have. It's kind of like a little bit like that. Oh man. Oh, she still got me. That's not good. Oh, boring. Oh, they still got me. Was this here? No, no, no. They have negative explanations. Okay. They actually got me. We have Astro Gaffer there, Gapper here. The thing I'm trying to say is that you're oversimplifying. Dark matter is a complex field that can really... Yeah, well, I don't know. I've just heard a simple explanation. And I guess I just have to look into it and see if it's really that way. Because very often things aren't that's, you know, they are as simple as they are. I am just under the assumption that dark matter is that. It is as simple as it is. No, we can't do this. Come on. I have been lured in. I have been lured in, guys. I'm gonna go here. I was lured into PvP. I'm sorry. Too much talk of dark matter. Yeah. Too much talk of dark matter. We do get this one, though. Which might be worth. Man, Cyan, those are some rookie numbers. That's some low damage there. He's no Yorick. He's no Yorick. to have stream chat overlay like you. So there's this software called Streamer Bot. What it does, it combines, you log into your both accounts, YouTube and Twitch, and it combines them both into one chat window. So this chat window is like just a regular Windows window, and then in OBS Studio you add this chat window as a as a thing in your scene, and that's it. And then you remove the background, which I have done. There are filters that kind of key out certain colors. That way you can remove background. And well, that's about it. That's about it. Wow. I can't deal with something like that. I think she did. Please, Shaco, do that. There we go, there we go. He gets her, right? Does he? He doesn't. Oh. Oh, excuse me. I didn't think they nibble. This always reminds me that people accuse me, hey man, this must be low elo, they let you do this. Bro, it's not low elo. Yeah. Streamer Bot. Yeah, it's called Streamer Bot. It's for free. You can yeah, it's with Shaco who got me to low HP. I understand that, but they still nibble. Rise. She's here again. Oh man, and she's here in that. Okay, she's the only threat. She's not the only threat, of course. Rise is just trolling, isn't he? Isn't Rise trolling, man? He seems to be trolling a little bit. Shot caller. Smash. On League of Graphs, it says you're the 10th best Yorick. Yeah, but Yorick mid, I'm rank 1. Come on. Yorick mid, I'm rank 1. Because no one else plays Yorick mid. Come on. Look at the graphs, man. Look at this graph. You know that meme? It's one of the funniest memes of all time. There we go. Those boots are here. Those boots were made for walking. You're also the only Yorick OTP. Yeah, you know what? That's actually also true. Because being a Yorick OTP is not easy. You have to deal with bans, you have to deal with trolls, you have to deal with flame, you have to deal with the fact that you can't play, etc, etc, etc. You know? Yeah, but you know, I guess the grab. Okay. I have to leave for just 1 second. Just 1 second, guys. Let's see what we can do here. We have the Astral Gapper. Okay. Did you see what happened? His thing didn't work because of the W. He probably wonders why it didn't work. He probably wonders why it didn't work. Because it didn't work literally because of the W. Careful. Machine gun Yorick. It's like not machine gun, it's more like a 1-2 punch Yorick. I wanted to do the same thing. Yeah, I wanted to do the same thing. Okay, I'll just go back. I'll just really quickly see what I can do with my phone there. Yorick W nullifies Rise Alt. Yes. Yes. Will you ever make a Yorick guide? I think I will. I think I will. I have a bank of experience right now. Bag of experience. Astro Gapper is gapping somebody there. Shaco, slow. Ooh. Okay. Okay. How many things do they have? Shields just for days and days and days. I think I have to get the shield item, don't I? Anti-shield item. Oh, thank you for becoming a subscriber, Cyanide. And welcome to the family, as they say. I don't want to play against Yone, by the way. He's H4. He can easily get me. Easily get me. Yeah, welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome. Twitch is going down a little bit, isn't it? People say that Twitch is pretty bad right now. I only just started streaming on Twitch. Like, you know, multi-streaming. Okay, I'm gambling that Yone went back. I'm releasing Maiden. I'm gambling that he went back. Poor Yunara. I can't do anything about that. Okay. Oh, he went back top, which is fine. Okay. I use Twitch because I deleted YouTube, so I use it in Chrome. The UI is bad. Okay. Is Yone harder than Yasuo? I think yeah. I don't even know. Both of them are incredibly. I think Yasuo is harder though. He thought he's safe, but suddenly there's no tower anymore. And I thought I'm safe. Suddenly 4 people are here. It's all good. Welcome, Titus. You're here for the last game. of today. But you are here, and after this game I'm gonna show you the... I'm gonna do one final play of the... one final play of my game, which got removed by Reddit. And I believe it's a clear example of Reddit bias. But you can make up your own mind. Should I get this, maybe? Let's try it. Somebody said I should try it. Removed it. Yeah, Hype Train started. Who started the Hype Train? What happened? I don't see any... Oh. Sorry, man. Oh, actually, well played. I kind of thought that it's not gonna work. I don't see who started the Hype Train. I want to read out all of the subscriptions. Read them aloud. Read out aloud. No, 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 don't 4-1 me, please. Lord, look at how strong he is. I got killed by Ezreal. Kind of insane how strong this guy is. Yeah. So many shields. I should have immediately, before buying the tunneler, went for this thing. Way cheaper and way more, you know. I trolled Big Boss and people use the Virgin because it's thought I have a counter. Tell them making a little brother there was a little more. I don't get it. Are you talking about some kind of argument with your teammates or something? Can win, of course, but it's unlikely. But yeah, of course you can win. You never give up. You just continue farming. It's 4:41 p.m. in my country. I'm going to sleep. Have an amazing day with your wife. Thank you, my friend. I will. But we'll go to the forest. It's actually kind of like a semi-forest and semi-walking area, which is a very nice place to be. We're gonna eat some cake, of course. I don't know. Do I win against this Yone with these items? I really don't know. No, I know, I can't. Look at his last item there. Look at his last item. That's the end. That's too dangerous. Where are you? There he is. Is that him? Yes, it is. Not gonna happen. Not happening. Oh, did you notice? I actually blocked it. No point poking him, by the way. He's so overpowered. There's nothing you can do to him. There really is nothing you can do to him other than just ignore his existence. Because do remember, he has Ignite, he has everything to 1v1 you. And in a sense, you as Yorick, you should be able to ignore some, you should be able to kind of get them. Okay, let's create an Ignite gap here. Because if we lose, we're gonna lose the Nexus. Oh, it's over. Astro Gapper. Yeah. I don't know. I might get this guy. Force the flash. Last stand, guys. We can do it. We have a 0-9 Yunara. I didn't even notice that. It's all good. It's all good. Level 17 Yone. I think that's the biggest problem, the Yone. Not the gap in the ADC. I don't really care that much about the ADC though. Oh. Oh. Did it. Did it. Okay. What started the hype train? I can imagine that. Of course. People don't need to point out what you did wrong in a game. They just need to call you a virgin and that's it. Now, the real question is, why does that bother you? It shouldn't bother you. Just take it as a... You know, it's League. Who cares? What can you do with W? Oh, you can block off this thing. I think that's what I was mentioning before. But you can also get LP there with W's. Yes, as Brax says. Very poignantly. What's my boy doing here? I personally don't like when Scions do that. I think Scion works best when he goes in, not out. Where is Yone? That's the biggest problem right now. Oh, there he is. Don't care. Magic. They're gonna get a Baron, I think. I expect Yone to be somewhere here soon. Ooh, almost perfect, right? Saw that on the map? He was there. Almost perfect. I get worse on these things if they said something about my mother. Yeah, why do you care? Who cares? Because it has nothing to do with reality what they say, you know? It's nothing to do with reality. Remember, they are trying to hurt you and they're winning if you are hurt. So I know it's kind of a double hurt if you think that, but yeah. I read you like an open book, he says. There's a point. There's a potentiality there for some kind of a you can't read joke, I think. Yeah, too many insanely huge gaps. It's all good, you know, happens. 219 bot, he says. 220 bot, it's all good. It's all good, guys. Okay, so that's it for today's stream. I still have 6 minutes. I can spend these 6 minutes doing something. I can go over the game again a bit. I can go over the Reddit posts, maybe. Just, I don't need to go on the Reddit posts. You can just see that it's removed. There's nothing really that interesting about it, actually. There are 2, you know, tiny interesting points that I kind of thought about when I started the stream. But, yeah. Where is the window? Here we have it. There we go. There it is. And yeah, check it out. Check out the game. Post it somewhere, share it somewhere, I don't know. Would be cool if a bigger streamer got to play it. Let's see how close I am to the LA streamer. Let's focus here, because it's, you know, memes are memes, but this is a hard game. This is a hard game. Level 2. Okay. Whoa, okay. This is, okay, those are rookie numbers. I have to go again. Okay. Okay. almost missed it. Man, this is so... My palms are sweaty immediately when I do this for some reason. I don't know. It's not even like there's a huge... there's not... And I can't lose anything, but it still feels like that. Man, very close. You have only 1 second to do it, each dog. Okay. I've never got to... I think I got to level 8 and I lost immediately. Okay. 3. 4. You can't blink, because you're gonna miss it. Okay. Okay. I have a chance to just get it. I have a chance to get it right. 1. Man, it really, if you blink it, it's gonna be gone. Okay, this is getting to, you know, closer to these are no rookie numbers anymore. Ooh, almost. Oh man, dog 64 moved 3 pixels. You didn't shock him in time. Wait, really? Did dog 64 really move? Because I literally didn't see it. I literally didn't see it. I don't... I guess I'm not as good as the, you know, as a certain LA streamer, so... I don't know. But still, pretty far. Level 9? Level 9, guys. Level 9. I'm not gonna try again. Yeah, this got removed from Reddit, unfortunately, for no reason. Oh, did it? Did they am I hallucinating? Where's the removed message? Hey. It can't be. It can't be that they reinstated it. It's impossible. Excuse me, what? Who did this? This is the first time I see that actually a removed post gets reintroduced. Man, somebody called them out for my stream has power. Because if you rewind my stream to the beginning, you will clearly see me whine about it being removed. Not whine, let's just say analyze, okay? Wow, this is... I like it. Somebody said, man, maybe it was really a rogue moderator. Maybe they understood how bad it looks that they did that. Right? Because it's getting more and more likes. I really need to rewind my stream to see what was the initial like amount on it. The initial like amount... Where is it? Okay, here's the post. Initially it was 234, so yeah, they did reinstate it. Reinstitute it, or what's the name? Okay, interesting. I didn't know. I didn't know that they will reinstate it, and got slapped. Somebody got slapped, guys. Reinstate is a good word. Yeah. Well done. But they still did suck out a little bit of momentum out of it, right? Because it was off for like, I don't know, 2, 4, 6 hours, maybe 8 hours. So they did suck out a lot of it, a lot of its power. Is this it, Indie Dev? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, but the rules are rules. You know, if they're not gonna remove my Epstein game, it's not an Epstein game, okay? Nowhere on the game it says Epstein. But yeah, if they're not going to remove that one, why should they remove this? This is even funnier because the Reddit moderator was probably just mad and somebody said, hey man, you can't do that. And they... I can't imagine that it's somebody from my chat. I just can't imagine that it's somebody from my chat who had the power to do this. Let's see the itch metrics. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's I can't log in on this, but yeah, this is beautiful. Great game for a human person. Nice, I like it. Verifying you're human. Okay, I'll do it later, but yeah, legally distinct situation. I understand that you are saying, but something you can work practicing, not letting it bother you. Useful skill in life. Oh, Gary Big Toes, it's you. It's you who left the comment. Yeah, okay, so kind of a funny ending to the stream. I did not at all expect them to make it, you know, back. I honestly, because it never happens. I've never had any of my posts reinstated back. So re-upload. Do you mean like the video or the stream or something? It's gonna be uploaded anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching this, and I will see you next time. Remember, Brax, you said that I shouldn't post it again because I will get banned. This is the opposite situation, right? It's really a surprise. It's really a surprise, but it makes sense. You know, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you? Why would you remove it? You shouldn't remove it because it's not a post that violates anything. So yeah, short stream. Yeah, thank you for being here, Asacia AV. Thank you for your ideas. I enjoyed reading your stuff about the dark matter. I think, yeah, if you're right that it's more convoluted than that, fine. I just, you know, you can't really have a conversation on stream about convoluted stuff like that. But if it's as simple as I say, I hope it is, then my point kind of, I think, stands. But if it's more, then it will fall. I saw your community post and saw you were streaming. Never been in your stream before. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Nice to hear that, because I do a lot of game developing, and it's really hard for me to see that I'm not gonna do more and more of game development stuff. Especially stuff like that. Now, I am not going to update this game even further. This is it. You know, I'm just going to leave it. If it goes somewhere, it goes. If people ignore it, they ignore it. It's fine. I'm just going to move on to whatever I was working on before. And again, thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time. I've been lurking for a while, trying to interact more with English streamers I watch lately. Well done. Well played. You interact, you did. So thank you for being here, Titus, Gary, Dane, Joshua, Braxton, Super Disco Samurai. Okay, that's a classic Twitch nickname, right? Can Cat. Who else? Joshua. Tio Angel. I know, but Poker Face a lot of insecurities, and when someone attacks me and when someone isn't true, it makes me feel worse. I understand. No. Don't think I don't understand that. I don't have... It's really hard to give you like an answer that will help you, because it requires... I hate to say this, but it does require some kind of therapy. Because you really need to go through your mind and think, okay, so where's the rub? Why does this bother me? It's nothing to do with me. Okay, fine, I have insecurities, but this guy, just random guy, a loser, calling whatever to your mother, maybe it helps you. Just remember, he's a loser, you know? If someone's typing to another person who they don't know on the internet, they're just a loser. There's no way around it. There's no way around that. I don't know, you know, it's kind of... I don't have any magic words, I guess. I don't have any magic words for you. Again, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.